Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Sandbox. The ticket is Sand versus USDT. Thank you for support, okay? Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing the video. And thank you for your subscription on YouTube. So right now, Sandbox is going parabolic, okay? And you're starting to form this parabolic curve. So for me, if you do start to come down to this purple line and start to lose that, that could be the precursor to a whopping correction and entering a bit of a bear market for Sandbox, okay? You see, come up, got overextended, came back to its support, bounced, overextended, come back to support, come up here. If you start to get overextended and start to go sideways, this could offer a fantastic entry point wherever it is for the continue of the parabola here for this particular project. So for me, this white line here at 120 at 120, I believe it is, that could be a key level support in a bear market moving forward. Don't necessarily envision you coming all the way down there at the moment because you're starting to take off and you're moving upstairs beautifully here for Sandbox. So, you know, for me, when you come up here, this is a 161, you got a little bit overextended and you come back down here and held this key level of support, which was a 20 EMA on the daily, and right there you've got support and you're starting to melt faces again. So for me, from here, let's have a look at this technical targets, this impulsive break. So we came down here in a falling wedge in May, okay, when everyone was super bearish and I was telling you, look, we're still in a bull market, it's a corrective phase of a bull market, everyone was really bearish, everyone was saying, screaming bear market, and I was telling you, no, we're in a bull market, my friend, corrective phase of a bull market. And we broke out here, we formed a buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid, came back up, fell back into its support, while an absolute golden entry point just there for Sand, and from that point we've absolute takeoff. So Sand is part of the metaverse, isn't it, which is a thriving ecosystem at the moment, and anything in that particular genre there is just going absolutely ape, isn't it? So, you know, I don't see this necessarily slowing down yet. I do see some fib retracement levels here that you run into resistance, so potentially you run into one right now, the 2. Okay, so you are sort of going parabolic, run into 2. Potentially, if you fail to get through that 2 at 566, I would imagine you're going to sort of coil up, create another continuation pattern, potentially roll back to the 1618, which could offer a fantastic entry point. And at that point, you're going to continue with a parabola here. You know, like I said to you, if you do start to roll out of this purple line, that's where you could potentially roll and come all the way back down, having a whopping deeper correction down to this swing high here, which you've not necessarily tested on the way up. You can see you've started to break out here, go parabolic, and you've not come back to its support. So for me, this could be a golden entry point in a bear market here, this 120 for the Sandbox right now, you know. So you're going parabolic, and the only way you can have any sort of resistance points is using fibs, and you've got the 2 at $5.66, and then you've got the 2.272 at $9.30. So that's where it's trying to get to, I think, in this bull run for this particular project. At that point, you know, you've got to seriously think about taking some profit, because it is kind of going parabolic at that point. Coil up, and if you lose this purple line, like I said to you, you know, your parabolic curve here, and that could be a precursor to a larger correction for this particular project going forward. Okay, so that's basically Sand. Just a quick little update for you today. It's absolutely took off, hasn't it? You know, from this buy and go to the beach signal just there, which was formed on the, let me have a look at that. That was formed in July. You start to come up, back test, held the support of it. You know, from that point there, you're up a whopping 1,415% at the moment. You know, and it's absolutely met all the targets, isn't it? The 1618 is always my minimal target that I tell everybody. And look at that, it's absolutely melted through it. Come back to resistance, come back to support, sorry, held the 20. But you can see your lines here, your EMAs are starting to go vertical. And if you're a follower of the channel, you know, this doesn't happen for too long, because you do come crashing hard. So for me, if you was to see a correction here, I don't think it'd be the end. I think you might run into this. This is just a projection, it's not got a crystal ball. But if you do start to see a rejection then, it rolls back. Put some cheeky bids on the 1618, where I do think your parabola will continue, and you could be looking at that lovely little long opportunity up to that 2.272 there. So if it does roll, okay, and we do get fruitful with some cheeky bids on the 1618, then you could be looking at a beautiful little long up of around about 233% for this particular project moving forward. Okay, so that's Sandbox. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on Sandbox. Take care. Bye bye.